Okay, this is for the Cyber Patriot, Lakewood Long Beach high school and middle school team practice. If you can log into your NetAcad and go to Scary Bear Practice, and right now I think the home page is set. I want you to go to Assignments and click on Scary Bear Packet Tracer. Now, first I want you to download the file, and you can save the file anywhere. I will save mine to my desktop. I'm going to add my name to the end though. ScaryBearTracer Joe Student. Fine. I'm ready to go. First, I'm going to run the Scary Bear program, Packet Tracer. Cisco Packet Tracer will start. And if you're downloading the file, you can either do a guest login or a user login. Either one will get you in. And I'll do a guest login. And I'll close, I'll close this. I think my guest login should work. I think I should move my browser out of the way. There it is. Confirm guest. If Windows complains, just click Cancel. And you should have your user profile login. If it says guest, that's okay. Click on OK and click on Yes. And wait. Now, sometimes it does a pop under, and the packet tracer file will show, and the instructions will show underneath. So sometimes that happens. I'm going to move my packet tracer right here and move my instructions right over here and try to get all my points. So here we go. My screens are set. First, they want me to go to R1 and set up the interfaces. So I'll click on R1. I'll go to CLI, and down here inside the CLI box, click Enter. And I want to start working on my router, so I'll click Enable, Enter. Now I want to do configuration, so I'll type in CONFIG, configure terminal. Now it shows a little config with a hashtag. That's exactly what you want. The first interface, remember there's two plugs coming into this router. The first one that I want to work with is Gigabit Interface 00. So I'll type in interface space Gigabit Internet and then 0/0. Press the Enter key, and you'll see it says config if now. So it's ready to go. I want to make sure this is not shut down, so I'll type in no, S-H-U-T, no shut, and it even shows that it's up. And you can see the little green arrows are up now. Press the Enter key once more. Now let's set our addresses. IP, Internet Protocol address, is going to be 172.16.10.1. And now type in a space and type in your 255.255.255.192. So that sets it up just like it shows up here. Okay, we set it up just like it shows up here. And press Enter. Now we want to set up another address, the IPv6 address. So I'll type in IPv6 address. And now I'm going to do something a little bit lazy. I'm going to take this address that they want, do a Control-C, and then right-click and paste, and press Enter. So that'll work. But I have to set up another special IPv6 link local address. So I'll type in again, IPv6 address, and here's the link local, and it will be the same for both of my ports on this router. Copy that, paste that, but add the words after, link -local, and press the Enter key. Now, we're done with this switch. I'm going to exit to move out of this menu. Now that I'm in config, I'll do the other adapter. INTERFACE interface, GI, this time it's going to be the GI0/1 Gigabit Ethernet 1 adapter. And it's ready to configure because it says the word if in it. Now I'll tell this one, NO SHUT, and as soon as I press the Enter key, you'll notice these are going to change. Hey, there they go. So now this is running. Now I'm going to type in the IP address for this one. IP address, and I'm going to do something a little bit lazy. I'll highlight this, Control-C, go over here and do a right-click and paste, then a space, highlight this, Control-C, and right-click and paste. And you'll notice there's a little space in between. It has to be that way. All right, now I can do the IPv6 address. IPv6 address, and I'll copy this one. Control-C, right-click and paste, and then finally IPv6 link local, and I think it's going to be FE80 and space link -local. So that's perfect. I'm going to press the Enter key. And now that I've configured the router, I want to save the settings. So exit out of the interface menu, exit out of the configuration menu, and it will give you a funny little prompt. But I want to save my work. So I'm going to say copy the running configuration. What's running right now? Running hyphen config, and copy it to the startup config. That way, whenever we restart the router, it will save our information. Press enter, and it will ask for a default. Don't have to worry, just press enter again. That's the basic file. We're done. It now configured our router. We can close this. Okay, now let's get started. It says here, my requirements are to do the addressing table and configure R1 with IP addressing, and I did that. Let's take a look. I want to configure switch 1 with IPv4 addressing. It says switch 2 is already configured. Well, let's do switch 1. So on switch 1, I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to go to the CLI, and I'll press the enter key. Now I'm going to start typing in the information I need. First, always, you enable. Then you type in config. You don't have to type in the full word configure. Config term. Now you'll see it has the word config hashtag, so we're ready to go. I need to set up a VLAN, and here's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to say I want a new VLAN. That's a special type of virtual local area network. I'm going to say VLAN space 1. Press the enter key. Now it's ready to work on my VLAN. It's already created, so I can exit back up. EXIT. The trick is, I've already made my VLAN, so I don't have to worry about making anything else in that VLAN. But I do have to configure the VLAN interface from this level. So I did have to type in the exit so that I could go back to just config hashtag. And I'll type in, INT is good enough for interface, VLAN space 1, so I'm going to configure interface VLAN 1. I'm going to set it up with an IP address of 172.168.10.62. That's the appropriate IP address, but we also need a subnet mask, and that's going to be space 255.255.192. That sets that VLAN up. I also want to say for this VLAN, no shut. I want it to run. It's going to come up. Perfect. Now I'm going to exit out of this VLAN configuration. Press the enter key. And now it just says config. That means I can go back to a more basic level of configuration. I'm going to now say IP space default hyphen gateway space 172.16.10.62. 10.1 and press the Enter key. That sets this switch up. Type in exit, press Enter, and now type in Enter again, and I want you to copy run space copy start. I wonder if that will work. It's shorthand. No. Copy running config startup config, and press Enter and press Enter again. So we've now set up R1 and S1. Let's keep on going. It said that S2 is already configured, so I guess we're okay with that. Let's take a look now at Manager A. Manager A is right here. I'm going to click on Manager A. Don't go to Config. Go to Desktop and click on IP Configuration. So for Manager A, and I'll copy it, my internet address is 172.16.10.3. My subnet mask is 255.255.255.192. It doesn't have a default gateway or a DNS server. That's not right. It ought to run with that. Well, maybe I can fix that. But I'm not done. I also have to type in an IPv6 address because it says so over here. But I'm not going to include the 64 on the end. I'm just going to paste in the IPv6 address and just type in the number 64. Well, that's pretty good. I do need to have a default gateway and a DNS server. Which computer is it on? You know what? I'm going to take a look at accounting PKA. Maybe that has a default gateway and a DNS server. They're on the same network, so I'll click on accounting and go to desktop and go to IP. Let's take a look. I can look at both at the same time. You're allowed to. Well, this one has a default gateway. I'll just copy it over and put it right there. And this has a DNS server. I'll copy it over because Manager A and accounting computer, they're both on the same network. Now, if you'll take a look, my link local address for accounting PKA is right here. There's my IPv6 address. I know that, and I'll put it right in here. It's already set. However, what about my link local address? Is it listed at all? My IPv6 gateway, I'll paste over here. They have to be on the same. How about my DNS server? Yeah, that has to be the same. So one of the machines was configured the right way, and I'll just copy back and forth so that they seem to match up. My link local address is a little bit different, but you'll notice over here it doesn't say anything to do with that. I'm not going to touch it for right now. All right. I'm going to close this, and I'm going to close this, and I'm going to test to see if I can reach from this computer, Manager B, I'm going to see if I can reach Accounting PKA. So I'll go to Manager B, and I'll go to the desktop and to the web browser, and I'll just experiment. Can I reach Accounting PKA? So I can just type in ACCTIN, accounting.pka, press the enter key. Sure enough, my computer over here can talk to and see this server over here. Let me close this. Let's try the other side. Can Manager A, and I'll go to desktop and run, can Manager A see the website of Website PKA? Website.pka, and press the enter key. Well, it's trying. And go. Yes, it can see it. I wonder what that is. Well, okay. Simple little program. All right. Everything seems to be working now. And I'm going to save my file again right here. Save it. Guest. If you're a guest, you can only save up to 3 times. If you use your Cisco, you can save as many times as you want. Let's take a look. Completion, 80 out of 80, but I want to check my results. So I'll click on Check Results, and the page changes. I'll go to Assessment Items, and let's take a look. Am I all green? I'm all green. If you missed one of the spots, you can even see what you missed, either in the gigabit port or the IPv6 address. You can look and see if you have green check marks or red X's anywhere. And if you do, make sure you expand everything and look for the red X's. That may help you find out how to fix your points and get all the points that you want. But we got full score, 80 out of 80. I'm going to close and close, and I've already saved my file, so I'll close. No, I don't have to save my work. I already saved it. Now, I'm all ready to finish, and I'll go and upload it from this page. There will be a submit button. That's it. Thanks a lot.